Good afternoon, everyone. Someone once said, don't run to add days to your life, but run to add life to your days. It's all about running on this eventful Friday afternoon as the country continues to march towards happier and more prosperous times. While it has for hundreds of years walked on the path of positivity and welfare of the planet, it's time now for our nation to hit the ground running towards greater glory in all spheres. It's time for the Fit India Freedom Run, another game changing initiative, which is an exciting new part of our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi's grand dream of seeing a fitter, happier, healthier India. Today, we see another novel idea being rolled out for every citizen of our country. And right now, with less than 12 hours to go before India turns 73 on our nation's birthday, it's time for us to give ourselves something that is potentially life changing with guaranteed happiness and freedom from many things unwanted. And so on this landmark day, we are in the august company of the leading lights of India from various walks of life. While this introduction piece may seem slightly long, but I promise you it'll give you an insight into how some of the finest minds in India are coming together for this masterstroke we call the Fit India Freedom Run. Up for Attitude is fast changing the sports and fitness scenarios in India. In many ways, he's running a marathon with the intensity of a sprinter. The Honorable Minister of Sports and Youth Affairs, the dynamic young leader of our country, Mr. Kiran Rijiju. Welcome, sir. Also joining us are members of Mr. Rijiju's engine room, a key member of a team working towards India's Tokyo dream, someone who will be overseeing our athletes' preparations for the Olympics next year, a 1986 batch IAS officer from the Bihar cadre, the Sports Secretary, Sri Ravi Mittal. Also with us is a very astute man with a prolific career in public service, a proven performer in sports with a 4-year stint as the Director General of the Sports Authority of one of India's foremost states, Gujarat, an IIT Kanpur graduate and an IRS officer of the 1990 batch, who is now the Director General of the Sports Authority of India, Sri Sandeep Pradhan. Also amidst us this afternoon is the very organized, very meticulous, the very calm and reassuring presence of an erudite IRS officer and a passionate sports fan and a sports person herself, Ms. Ekta Vishnoi, the Mission Director of the Fit India Movement. We're also joined by an esteemed guest panel today. Let me introduce them to you. We're thrilled to be joined today by an officer having served in a number of roles in the Indian Police, the Crime Branch, and the CBI, a 1984 batch IPS officer of the Haryana cadre. This person has also been instrumental in proposing some excellent tourism initiatives in the Himalayas. He now heads a very crucial part of India's internal security services, the Director General of the ITBP and the BSF, Sri Surjit Singh Deshwal. I'm delighted now to introduce a gentleman who heads a very important PSU that is also one of the largest employers in the world, the Indian Railways. India runs well and on time because this vast workforce of thousands of people work with great precision. He holds a BE degree from the University of Allahabad and an MBA from Australia's La Trobe University, a 1980 batch IRSW officer, the chairman of the Indian Railway Board, Sri Vinod Kumar Yadav. Also amidst us is an all-rounder. He holds multiple academic degrees, has served across the country as part of our very able police force, a proud recipient of the President's Police Medal for Distinguished Service, and many other honors. He's also authored over a dozen books, an IPS officer of the 1984 batch of the Uttar Pradesh cadre, and now the Director General of the Central Reserve Police Force, Sri Anand Prakash Maheshwari. I'm very happy to also introduce you to someone who has numerous training modules and research papers to his credit and is now all set to get crores of Indian children involved with this grand movement of a fitter India, an IAS officer of the 1990 batch of the Odisha cadre, the chairman of the CBSE, Sri Manoj Ahuja. Allow me to now introduce the esteemed panel and the audience, an IRS officer from the 1990 batch, Sri Asit Singh, who is now the Director General of the Nehru Yuva Kendra Sangathan and the Joint Secretary of Youth Affairs of India. We're also honored to be in the company of another top academician who once said, "We as educators have the mission of man-making, not money-making." He heads an organization that has over 2,200 schools affiliated with it, the chairman of the CISCE, that's the Council for the Indian School Certificate Examinations, Dr. Emmanuel. And now on to two gentlemen from the world of business of sports and fitness. a man who co-founded a hugely successful company that has helped Indians cultivate the habit of running marathons for over a decade and a half. He manages the country's biggest marathons, spearheading a constantly growing running movement in India, the managing director of Procam International, Mr. Vivek Singh. And finally, since today is about kickstarting an initiative on the magic of running, we are pleased to be in the company of a man who has successfully run and scaled up huge businesses in the media and entertainment space. He understands the digital world like the back of his hand, or shall we say, the back of his wrist. Vishal Gondal, who is the CEO and founder of a smart tech-enabled integrated preventive healthcare platform, Goki. Wow, now that's some panel. Such luminaries as part of this panel. Is going to be a fabulous next 45 minutes. For now, request someone who's worked very closely with this movement, someone who knows what this Fit India Freedom Run is all about. Let me go across to the super lady who is an integral part of an engine room led by Mr. Kiran Rijiju. She is the mission director of the Fit India movement, Ms. Ekta Vishnoi. Ma'am, in times where social distancing or physical distancing has become a norm, we're talking about a mass movement encouraging people to run and walk. So please educate us and the country on what this Fit India Freedom Run is and how does it work.
Thank you, Manish. Good morning, everyone. Fit India movement, which was launched last year in August 2019, it is based on the great vision of our Honorable Prime Minister of taking India on a path of wellness and fitness. This mission is committed in making a fitter and healthier India by inspiring, motivating, and encouraging people to include some form of physical activity every day in their daily lives. Walking or running is one of the easiest and most popular physical activity one can include in his or her life. Under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Minister, Shri Kiren Rijiju ji, Fit India has come up with a unique idea of Fit India Freedom Run to commemorate with the Independence Day celebrations on 15th August, and it will continue till 2nd of October, thus covering the two most momentous days of our democracy. This Freedom Run aims to help our citizens to get freedom from obesity, from the laziness, from stress, anxiety, and related disorders. Now, there are two ways of participating in the run. Citizens can directly enroll themselves in Fit India Freedom Run by logging on to Fit India portal, or they can take part through an organizer. Fit India will also act as an aggregator platform to organize such runs. Organizers will register their runs, marathons, or walks on Fit India portal and upload the number of participants and aggregate cumulative kilometers covered during their runs. The concept of this Fit India Freedom Run is that it can be run anywhere, anytime. You run a route of your choice at a time that suits you. Basically, you run your own race and time your own pace. You can track your run manually or by any tracking app or a GPS watch, and subsequently submit the data either on Fit India portal or at your organizer's platform where one has registered. You can then post your pic on your social media handles with the hashtag #RunForIndia. While participating in Fit India Freedom Run, Fit India Mission advises all organizers and individuals to follow social distancing norms and adopt the new normal of virtual runs as is being practiced by runners and walkers across the world. Thank you.
Wow, that was absolutely fabulous. Now, this is what you call hitting the ground running. This goes to show how much thought has gone into building and developing this idea. Thank you, ma'am, for a very insightful presentation. Time now to hear from someone who seems to have at least 36 hours in a day. मतलब इनके दिन में 36 घंटे होते, इतना काम ये कर लेते हैं खुद अकेले. While he helms one of the most buzzing ministries of the Honorable Prime Minister's team, He's a man full of novel ideas. He's the chief catalyst and the captain of the Indian sports space, Honorable Minister of Sports and the Youth Affairs, Mr. Kiran Rijiju. Sir, the Fit India Freedom Run is a novel idea. We now request you to kindly launch the same formally and share some insights about it with the country.
Thank you very much, Manish, and lovely to see so many important people who can drive the larger Fit India movement, and for which we are launching for the movement Fit India Freedom Run on the occasion of the 73rd Independence Day we are going to celebrate tomorrow. I was thinking when we were launching the Fit India movement last year, how it will become a people's movement. Because at the time of the launching, Honorable Prime Minister had said that although we are launching this program, but it has to be driven by the citizens, people of India. And at that point of time, we had certain indicators which showed that we do not have very encouraging details in terms of showing our level of fitness index in the country. So that is why I was having a thought that how fast we can galvanize the people of the country. But I can tell everyone that I'm very satisfied to the extent that every section of the society today are taking part and making fitness as a regime, as a way of life. It has changed the way people are, taking part in different kind of works in different time, but without forgetting the fitness regime. Wherever they are, in office, at home, vacation, or in whatever situation, fitness is something which is there in their mind. So I'm very excited, and I'm sure so many important people are joining today. We will further take it forward and touch upon all sections of the society. So for this moment, I'm excited and waiting for to hear some of the comments from people who have joined today, and maybe I will speak a few words thereafter.
Right, sir. Thanks so much for your opening remarks. But before we get cracking with our Q&A with our esteemed panelists, let's now take a look at this wonderful launch AV of the Fit India Freedom Run.
चीज ही ऐसी है, ये हर उस बंदिश को तोड़ देती है जो हमें अपने दिल की करने से रोके। तो क्यों ना इस इंडिपेंडेंस डे रखिए अपनी फिटनेस की एक अलग उम्मीद। फ्रीडम हर उस आदत से जो हमें फिट रहने से
We'll try and take a look at that once again, once we sort out a bit of a video issue. Right. So the key word there is clearly freedom from a lot of things that we don't need. We'll try and sort that tech bit out as well. भारत में ऐसा कोई नहीं है जिसने रामायण ना देखी हो, और जिन्होंने रामायण देखी है उन्हें श्री राम का चलाया हुआ ब्रह्मास्त्र बिल्कुल याद होगा. ब्रह्मास्त्र एक अचूक अस्त्र है जो शत्रु और उसके पक्ष का नाश करके ही छोड़ता है. एंड इन दिस केस, इन द केस ऑफ द फ्रीडम रन, वो शत्रु, वो दुश्मन है एंजाइटी, ओबेसिटी, आलस, डिप्रेशन और डर जैसे रावण. तो समय आ चुका है कि हम खुद को थोड़ा सा बदलने का ये बीड़ा उठाएं और हमारे जीवन की कुछ अनचाहे पहलुओं से हम फ्रीडम पाने की कोशिश करें with this amazing Fit India Freedom Run. We heard introductory remarks from Kiran ji, but sir, before we move to the panel, Kiran ji, I'd like to know from you the amount of work that has gone into making this movement happen, and what are the aspects it will touch across the country? Because I know you're used to launching initiatives which are very 360 in its nature. It's not just unidimensional, it has multiple dimensions to it, isn't it?
See, as I have mentioned earlier, although we have launched and taken initiative at the Government of India level, but it has been adopted and owned by everyone. I'm very encouraged to share especially that the Fit India school, particularly, I would like to mention, and for that, I must appreciate the Honorable Minister for HRD and the CBSE chairperson, the entire team in CBSE. More than 1.6 lakh schools have already registered under the Fit India School program. In the same manner, many of the ministries have taken different initiatives at different level. And in the state government also, most of the state governments have taken lots of initiatives to promote fitness program in their various institutions and their various other platforms. So looking at the way people are accepting and honoring Fit India movement, I have no doubt in my mind that it will be very successful. And when we talk about New India, as Prime Minister has envisaged, Fit India movement is the integral part of that New India. What is New India with the unfit people? The New India has to be with the fit citizens, fit people. You know, only those who are physically fit, they will be capable of doing so many things in their life, and they will contribute gainfully to the growth of the nation. So I just wish that fitness becomes a way of life, fitness becomes a culture, and of course we are promoting sports, and fitness is a primary requirement for everything. And then fitness culture is all over to see. And I have attended many functions in last 1 year, and even very proactive role being played by the private sectors. Even in the corporate world also, they are taking up fitness thing in different forms. I've attended many marathon runs, different events in school, colleges, and many NGOs. So very happy to see. And as I said, I would like to see you, since many important people have joined in this particular launching program. Of course, we would like to see many more, but in one single launch program, we cannot accommodate everyone. But some of the important key people are there, and I would like to hear from them and what they are doing in their respective organizations. That is very interesting to see. And tomorrow, when we take up this thing till 2nd October, I'm sure this will be a trend. It will become a big trending in the social sphere, everybody's life. And I think this will further galvanize, especially the youth of the country.
Yes, it does seem like something that will touch the lives of every Indian. 125 crore Hindustaniyon ki zindagi ko chhuega. And right on cue, sir, let's talk to some of the stalwarts that have joined us today. Sabse pehle, let's talk to Shri V.K. Yadav, the chairman of the Indian Railways. Sir, Indian Railways तो हमारे देश की लाइफलाइन है. Indian Railways की एक बहुत बड़ी कंट्रीब्यूशन है कि भारत में विकास का काम एकदम वंदे भारत एक्सप्रेस की स्पीड से आजकल चल रहा है. और खासकर स्पोर्ट्स में इंडियन रेलवेज की कंट्रीब्यूशन बहुत बड़ी रही है. रेलवेज ने ना सिर्फ हजारों एथलीट्स को सपोर्ट किया, बल्कि भारत को अनगिनत स्पोर्टिंग लेजेंड्स भी दिए हैं. What's the philosophy of Indian Railways on sports and now on fitness?
Thank you, Manish, and good afternoon, sir, and good afternoon to everyone. Indian Railways have a great legacy of sports promotion in India since very beginning. And right now we are having around more than 10,000 sports person in around 30 disciplines. And we are having more than 300 coaches. And basically the Fit India movement, which has been launched under the guidance of Honorable Prime Minister, it has really caught the attention of our railway employees. While we have been motivating people to join Fit India movement, I can just mention that a lot of employees are self-motivated, and after the launch of Fit India movement, there has been voluntary participation. And as far as Indian Railway is concerned, we have been able to provide a sports facility in almost all divisions, all field units, and some of the zonal headquarters, they are having the world-class sports facility in many fields, and that has also motivated our employees to take part in sports. Very recently, we have set up a mechanism where in every zone and division, we have been providing certain fixed amount as a budget allocation for developing a sports infrastructure. And that has really helped in developing the sports infrastructure at major divisions, major headquarters, zonal headquarters, a very, very good sports facility, and that has further motivated our railway employees. And in this Fit India movement, I have been noticing of late the message which Honorable Minister was saying, that fitness should be way of life and fitness should become the culture. So I can mention that as far as railway employees are concerned, there is a lot of change, and people are really taking part in this Fit India movement on their own, and gradually it is becoming way of life. And especially during this pandemic situation, it becomes more important. If you can keep yourself fit, it is certainly going to help. So Indian Railway will certainly be taking part in this Fit India movement. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. I'll come back to you with another question. But for now, let's talk to the Honorable Director General of the ITBP and the BSF, Shri Surjit Singh Deshwal. Sir, you have in the past visited some of the most difficult border areas on foot and boosted the morale of the Himveers. And so I suppose walking and running are integral parts of your way of life. And so it's very natural for us to believe that the very powerful ITBP and the BSF will contribute to this Fit India Freedom Run with the same spirit and vigor, isn't it?
Good morning, sir. The fitness is the need of the hour for the complete country. Now, this year, especially the corona has brought us this message also, that if we are fit, it is not harmful to us. Worldwide, the corona has hit the already ailing people who were not healthy. But our country, under the great leadership of the Prime Minister and Honorable Sports Minister, already in the past year, this was taken as a mission that every citizen of the country becomes fit, that if all citizens of the country are fit, there will be happiness. If it is fit India, it will be happy India. So that is the broad target of the Fit India mission. We in both the forces and the BSF as well as ITBP, we are taking widespread steps that every family of ITBP official and personal and BSF, they have gained a lot of awareness about keeping fitness, as the fitness is rank neutral, fitness is the age neutral, the fitness is the gender neutral. Every human being has to learn this. It has to be adopted as a way of life. Then only we can fight all diseases. It is not only corona, but every disease comes to the weak human body. If we strengthen our human bodies, no ailment will come to us. Today, we are suffering that India is named as the diabetes capital of the world. Similarly, on regarding other several diseases, it is because we have been leading very sedentary lifestyle. So this is a awareness level. This is a mission. This is a life mission for all Indians, whether they are working in departments or they are private citizens or the elderly one, that walk and run are the easiest physical exercises which every citizen can do it. So these are the easiest. And in addition, there can be other sports activities also. But Fit India Mission will certainly achieve a mission of converting India into a healthy nation. And healthy nation, if all our citizens are healthy, it will be a happy nation. Happy nation will improve the development of the country. It will improve the profile of the country worldwide, and it will give a lot of innovative ideas to healthy people. In a sense, it is the prime need of every human being in the world, as well as every Indian citizen, that first priority, if we have 24 hours in a life, we should spend first 1 or 2 hours priority wise for keeping your own good health. If a person is then healthy, then only he will be more efficient, more effective, happier person, healthier person, and that will lead to increase and improvement in the efficiency and effectivity in his work also, whether it is government job or other professional needs. So this mission will achieve the great conversions of mindsets in the country. And tomorrow, as part of this Fit India mission, all across the Indian land border, that is complete Pakistan border, complete Indo-Tibetan border, complete Indo-Bangladesh border. At every BOP, all our men and officers will walk and run for 10 kilometers as part of this mission. And in the forces, we are continuing several other efforts for making the health of our men better and healthier one. That is need of the forces. But as a need of the forces, we also associate the local citizens in the border areas for these all sports activities and Fit India movement, so that every citizen of the nation adopts it as a lifestyle. That is the need, and we are confident that as forces and
It looks like there's a bit of a tech issue, लेकिन इनकी बातें सुनकर ये इस बात का विश्वास हो रहा है कि भारत दौड़ पड़ा है. भारत का कोई भी प्रांत हो और हम किसी भी राज्य में जाए, लेकिन जिस तरह के प्लान ऐसा लग रहा है कि भारत अब निश्चित रूप से विकास की ओर अग्रसर है. हमारी सीआरपीएफ भी इस मूवमेंट का एक बहुत ही अहम हिस्सा है. श्री आनंद प्रकाश महेश्वरी जी से बात करते हैं. सर, सीआरपीएफ हैज ओवर 3 लाख पर्सनल. इट्स अ ह्यूज फोर्स दैट यू आर लीडिंग, और आपकी देखरेख में सीआरपीएफ का इस मूवमेंट के साथ जुड़ना ये विश्वास दिलाता है कि जो आपका मोटो है सीआरपीएफ का, कि सेवा और निष्ठा, सर्विस एंड लॉयल्टी, मुझे विश्वास है कि उसी सेवा और निष्ठा के साथ सीआरपीएफ का सपोर्ट इस फिट इंडिया फ्रीडम रन को भी मिलने वाला है.
सबसे पहले तो मैं फिट इंडिया फ्रीडम रन के सभी आयोजकों को बधाई देना चाहूंगा. मुख्यतः माननीय मंत्री जी को, जिन्होंने कि प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में इसका आयोजन किया, उनके मार्गदर्शन में. मैं बताना चाहूंगा कि सीआरपीएफ के हर एक जवान के मन में बहुत खुशी है कि वो इस फ्रीडम रन से जुड़ रहे हैं. 3.25 लाख योद्धाओं का यह बल और उनके परिवारजनों को ले तो लगभग 12 लाख, वो सब इसमें दौड़ने के लिए आतुर हैं और हम लोग 15 अगस्त से लेकर 2 अक्टूबर तक इसमें भाग लेंगे. मैं यह भी बताना चाहूंगा कि सीआरपीएफ प्रत्येक राज्य में अपना व्यवस्थापन रखता है. 1200 हमारे ऑपरेशनल बेसिस हैं, 400 करीब हमारे एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव बेसिस हैं. हम लोग दूर दराज इलाकों में भी नियुक्त हैं और वहां पर काउंटर इंसर्जेंसी ऑपरेशंस लॉन्च करते हैं। तो इस रन के दौरान केवल सीआरपीएफ ही नहीं दौड़ेगी, लेकिन सीआरपीएफ से जितने लोग जुड़े हैं जो हमारे कैंपों के आसपास रहते हैं, मैं बताना चाहूंगा कि सीआरपीएफ की एक संस्कृति है कि वो आसपास की कम्युनिटी को लेकर भी साथ चलती है। तो ये हम लोगों ने बीड़ा उठाया है कि इस दौरान ना केवल सीआरपीएफ और उनके परिवारजन दौड़ेंगे, लेकिन जो कम्युनिटी के लोग हमसे सामुदायिक हमारा जुड़ाव है उसको भी हम साथ में लेकर के इस अभियान को बहुत ही सफल बनाएंगे। और मैं तो अपने सिपाहियों से और अधिकारियों से बात कर रहा था, तो हमारा जो उनका टारगेट है, ये मेरा टारगेट नहीं है, ये जो टारगेट हमारे जवानों से आया है, लगभग 1 करोड़ किलोमीटर का उनका टारगेट है कि इस अवधि में हम इतना तो कंप्लीट कर ही लेंगे। तो ये केवल उनके जोश को दर्शाता है, वो कितना करते हैं और कितना ज्यादा करते हैं वो अलग बात है। तो ये बहुत ही अच्छा प्रोग्राम है, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है कि जीवन में 2 ही चीजें चाहिए होती हैं, स्वस्थ शरीर और स्वस्थ विचार। और स्वस्थ शरीर होने से हम एक नया इंडिया बनाएंगे, एक बहुत ही शानदार इंडिया बनाएंगे, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है। हमारा हर एक योद्धा सीआरपीएफ का इस बात से हर्षित है और इस बात से जुड़ा हुआ है। मुझे गर्व है कि इस फौज का मैं नेतृत्व कर रहा हूं और आप सभी को आश्वस्त करता हूं कि सीआरपीएफ इस अभियान से जुड़ी है और इसको सफल बनाने में कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ेगी। जय हिंद।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद महेश्वरी जी, बड़ा अच्छा लगा आपकी इन बातों को सुनकर। आई रिमेम्बर इन एन अर्लियर प्रोग्राम वी डिड ऑन द इंटरनेशनल योगा डे, किरण जी से हमने कई सवाल पूछे थे अबाउट द फिट इंडिया मूवमेंट, और उन्होंने कहा कि चिल्ड्रन आर एन इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ दिस पीस। एंड सो लेट्स टॉक टू 2 of our guests from the world of academics, the chairman of the CBSE, Mr. Ahuja. Sir, over the last few months, the Fit India movement has very successfully organized extensive online classes. एक बड़ी दिलचस्प सीरीज हमने बनाई थी इंडिजिनस स्पोर्ट्स ऑफ इंडिया के ऊपर, कुछ ऐसे खेल जो हिंदुस्तान में जन्मे। उसके अलावा हमने एक बड़ी इंस्पायरिंग इंटरव्यू सीरीज भी प्रोड्यूस की which was called Fit India Talks, and I'm sure that has had a substantial impact on children, especially in times of corona. And I'm sure you as well have some very well thought out plans and ideas on how the CBSE plans to involve its crores of students with the Fit India Freedom Run.
Honorable Minister, Youth Affairs and Sports, Secretary, Youth Affairs and Sports, my other esteemed colleagues and participants. So I'll take this opportunity to compliment the Honorable Minister and his team under the guidance of the Honorable Prime Minister for organizing such a wonderful project, Fit India Freedom Run. I think today, when all of us are facing the COVID-19 pandemic and with its impact on schools, children being at homes, the impact on their mental and well-being, I think this was the need of the hour. Sports activities are generally better done in groups, because sometimes when you're working out in a peer group, it motivates you when you see others. And this project is very unique because it now provides anybody, they can run at their own time, at their own pace, in their own locality, and yet be together with so many others who will all be entering their results on an app. And as the Honorable Minister pointed out, CBSE has been actively participating in programs relating to Fit India, right from the beginning, cyclothons, plogging runs, introducing sports as a subject, keeping time aside for sports activities. And now we are very actively working on integrating sports as a part of the curriculum, rather than just making it a standalone activity. We've also participated in the Khelo India fitness assessment program. A large number of us have been trained. They're master trainers to use this. We have a school certification program and similar other activities. So we are, in fact, we were very happy on receiving the news about this kind of program. And definitely we will encourage most of our students, which is about 2 crore, the schools, so that they can really participate in this program. I fully agree. I think that for us as CBSE, sports are as important as academic activities, both in terms, because they have benefits in terms of physical, which are very apparent, but also in terms of intellectual benefits. I mean, research around the world has shown that exercise and physical activities are very necessary for good intellectual growth. So I would once again, I think it's a great opportunity, and like always, CBSE feels proud to be associated with the Fit India program, and we will ensure that our schools and our children and their families are very active. They play a very active part in the Fit India Freedom Run, and we look forward to it. So once again, at the end, sir, I'll thank the ministry for organizing such a wonderful project, and definitely we will wholeheartedly be involved in this program. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ahuja. You know, as a country with a sizable young population, our Prime Minister has often very passionately spoken about how India's youth is its strength. You know, the country looks towards its youth to make big changes happen. And we also have Mr. Asif Singh here, who is very closely involved with upping that side of India's long-term ambitions as the Director General of the NYKS and the Joint Secretary of Youth Affairs in India. Sir, it must be exciting to galvanize the youth of India to further push the cause of the Fit India Freedom Run. What are your plans in this regard?
Honorable Minister, Secretary Sir, other dignitaries and colleagues. For us, it's a matter of great honor that we are actively associated with all the programs of Fit India movement, and I would certainly compliment the Honorable Minister, Secretary Sir, Sandeep, Ekta and Rohit for taking this program forward in a grand way, the same vision that the Honorable Prime Minister had said. And Department of Youth Affairs and more than 6 million volunteers of the department who are from two frontline organizations being Nehru Yuva Kendra Sangathan and NSS have been associated with this program since it started. And tomorrow, apart from this Fit India Freedom Run, which is being launched today by the Honorable Minister, we again, this Mission Fit India is launching Fit India Youth Clubs tomorrow. And under that, we will be involving about 1 lakh youth clubs spread across the length and breadth of the country. And we hope that crores and crores of the youth of this country will take this forward. We plan to link and galvanize every single youth to motivate at least 5 people in his household and in the village, so that the millions and millions of the population across the nation, they actively embody the spirit behind this Fit India mission and make this plan a grand success. I again take this opportunity to thank everyone for being present here and for encouraging us to achieve our goal. Thank you very much.
Right. It looks like no part of the Indian society will be left out. It's the most inclusive idea that will galvanize the whole nation. Let's now hear from the chairman of the CISE, Dr. Emmanuel. Sir, I noticed the CISE logo and it says pioneering excellence since 1958. Now, with crores of students under its vast umbrella, to have such a vast reach is a huge advantage to the CISE that brings to the table. And so post the results, I'm sure you have some exciting ideas as well on how you will engage your students with the Fit India Freedom Run.
Wonderful, sir. Honorable Minister, Secretary, and various dignitaries. We at the Council requested all our heads of the schools to organize, to inspire, encourage their students and teachers, parents, grandparents actively to participate in the Fit India Freedom Run, which is starting from Independence Day up to Mahatma Gandhi's birth date. We also have instructed the entire council family to concentrate and to create a vibrant society filled with the fittest, healthiest, and strong people. We also appointed various heads of the department, along with the physical education instructors in each and every school, to motivate every person connected to the school to participate in this activity. We also have instructed to create a movement that would get freedom from obesity, laziness, stress, anxiety, and diseases. We also have appointed various personnel to regulate and pass an everyday Fit India Freedom Run. That information to the council, when it comes to the council keeps a record of all that information that comes, and the council also a plan to award the schools that implement Fit India Freedom Run in their schools. We have some kind of parameter to measure and award them. We want to encourage everybody to be healthy, active, and create vibrant society. As the Honorable Prime Minister intend to create India as a vibrant society, healthy society, to inform the rest of the world that our country has a lot of heritage to pass on to others of healthy living. The council want to create an excellence in all our schools, not only academics, but also in physical activities. Therefore, we have instructed all the schools at least assign one period daily for every class so that children actually can participate. We also requested every school head to facilitate every student to have active play, not only during the school hours, but before school hours, even after school hours. We have over 4 lakh students studying in council schools. We want support Fit India movement involving all our students by giving them certificates, prizes of various kind, so that everyone can actively participate and support this Fit India movement in our country. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. It's been a marathon session today, and for the next lap of this conversation, let me now talk to Mr. Vivek Singh. Sir, at ProCam, you have underscored the fact that private commercial initiative and social interests are complementary. They work in sync. And you've been instrumental in making a marathon a cultural thing in India that people of all age groups have embraced. And now you have the India Run as One initiative as well. Give us a sense of how you made running garner such strong social and cultural equity in India.
First of all, thank you, and such a pleasure to be a part of this wonderful webinar led by the Honorable Minister, Youth Affairs and Sports, all the other dignitaries from the Fit India movement, DG Sai, everybody. Such a privilege and honor to be here. Yes, we have been fortunate to be the catalysts for the running revolution that is sweeping India actually. And it started with the Mumbai Marathon in 2004, and today it touches every corner of this great country. I remember the Honorable Minister gracing the occasion of the Airtel Delhi Half Marathon last year, saying on Star Television, on live television, that this is Fit India, when he saw all kinds of people of all ages, all abilities coming together shoulder to shoulder, some walking, some jogging, some running. So yes, we have been fortunate to be in some ways catalyst to that running revolution. But here I'd like to compliment the vision of the Fit India movement. It is not restricted to running, and that is its charm and beauty. Last year, the Fit India movement launched the plogging initiative, and we had several hundred run clubs from across the country walking, jogging, running, and picking up the trash that they saw along the way, making each of their areas, each of their neighborhoods, each of their districts trash-free. It was such a wonderful coming together of Fit India and the Swachh Bharat mission. This year, our own initiative called the Sun Feast India Run as One, which is India's largest citizen participatory movement in support of livelihoods, comes under the Fit India Freedom Run banner. This is what is charming. This is the new India for me, where it is not just about one agenda. It's about inclusiveness. It is about hope. It is about coming together. And I laud the Fit India movement. I laud Honorable Minister. I laud your people, your team, your officers. They have been so forthcoming. They have been so dynamic that together we can actually change the mindset that this country has. We can change the mindset. Fit India for me is not just about people becoming healthier and fitter, which is happening every day. You'll be happy to note that about 700 new people, 700 people that never before are lacing up their shoes and walking and running today. Each day, 700 new people. That is Fit India movement. But for me, what the Fit India movement will achieve is a Fit India mindset, where people are connected, community, social impact, wellness. They're connected through these three pillars. And that is what will stand this country in good stead. That is what will make this country even greater than it is. So I compliment everybody out here. I compliment the Honorable Minister's team. I compliment the fact that we can have different agendas under one umbrella. And that's how we today represent Sunfeast India Run as One. It's in support of livelihoods. We are here to make a difference to livelihoods. We make a difference to wellness, make a difference to community. So thank you for that.
Vivek, while I was researching in detail about our panelists, I read somewhere that you are also an economics graduate. Would you agree that the Fit India Freedom Run is potentially one where the demand curve and the supply curve are going to be beautifully in sync? What do you make of this concept, and how do you plan to support the Fit India Freedom Run?
So the largest, like I said, initiative is already under the umbrella of the Fit India Freedom Run. It's called the Sunfeast India Run as One. And we are promoting this across the channels. Tomorrow is our actual launch, for example, and we are promoting this across all kinds of different platforms to get the messaging out, not just to those who lead an active lifestyle, but those who have not yet started leading an active lifestyle. Regarding economics goes, I think it's very simple, and our panelists have spoken very clearly about it. A fit India, a healthy India is required to make India economically and in every way strong. So a fit India is not just good for your own health and fitness, but it's good for the economy of the country. For a healthy nation, we have to have a fit India, a fit body, a fit mind, a fit India.
Right. From the marathon maker to the marathoner, Vishal Gondal, who is with us as well, his Twitter bio says marathoner. Vishal, since 2015, our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, has on many occasions spoken very passionately about the power of digital India. And you with Goki are bringing the digital piece to this Fit India pie. And as an ideas man, you are now onto a new trend, which is wearable technology for healthcare. You said somewhere that Goki is not just a device company, it is a service on top of a wearable device. And you are now motivating people to make a lifestyle change. In light of that product philosophy, tell us about this beautiful confluence or marriage between Goki's member community and the Fit India Freedom India Run, and how are you going to contribute to this initiative?
Thanks a lot, Honorable Minister and other dignitaries over here. We at Goki are very excited to partner with the Fit India Freedom Run. And I think one very important aspect which I want to highlight here is, if you remember, the whole digital cash initiative was started with Digital India and what the government did. And we now know how every person has a digital wallet in their pocket. Similarly, I believe Fit India and all these initiatives are going to become the digital catalyst for people to become healthy. And for the first time here, the government is telling their people, please invest in your health. And the way to invest in your health is not by going and having medicines when you fall sick, but it is investing while you are healthier. So whether you walk, you run, you do yoga, you do meditation, you do various activities, it's all about doing it. From the second aspect, in fact, I was very happy to see the Freedom Run connected to 2nd October. And I want to bring a very important point here, that Mahatma Gandhi ji walked 390 kilometers during the Dandi Yatra, which he did. So I think over here, if we can give all the citizens a target, that during this period of August 15th to 2nd October, let's give a target. And by the way, that will roughly translate to 10,000 steps. Agar aap har din, if you walk or run as little as 10,000 steps, you will get to that magic number of 390 kilometers. And that is what created the revolution, the freedom revolution, the Dandi Yatra. So I think over here, each one of us has the capability of doing our own yatra. And finally, I think the beauty of Fit India is the inclusiveness of private companies and individuals and all the organizations here. We can see an excellent example there. And this is what is important, right? If you see, the pandemic has talked about one important word, which is immunity. And immunity cannot be bought from a pill or a medicine. Immunity badhane ke liye, there are two things: invest in physical well-being and mental well-being. And running and walking has scientifically proven that it not only can improve your physical well-being, but it also has very, very good impact, positive impact on your mental health. It gives you the calm. You are no longer looking at your phone. You are actually meditating in a way. So I think that this is going to be such a path-breaking activity. And we at Goki, we have millions of users on our platform, millions of their family members, and we have the ability to track. So data will play a different role. And I think this is going to be a path-breaking event, and salute to all the people who thought about this, right? Because ye national level pay, Fit India is what is going to reduce our healthcare costs. We are now seeing, millions and millions being spent, billions on healthcare, So yahi baat hai, I think we all need to take this, and at least I can tell you that I am going to do more than 390 kilometers during this time. And of course, my running started with Mumbai Marathon. So thanks, Vivek, for motivating us for that.
Excellent. It's so good to see all of you coming together. So the game-changing Fit India Freedom Run has been officially launched by the Honorable Minister, Mr. Rijiju. And I'm sure India is all geared up to give the country a wonderful gift of fitness, starting with our Independence Day celebrations tomorrow. Sir, Mr. Rijiju, we've heard from all our panelists, and it's reassuring to see that your idea is being supported with great passion and intent from stalwarts from all walks of our society. So your thoughts on what you've heard from our panelists and your closing remarks.
First of all, I'm extremely delighted to listen to the wonderful points and the experiences shared by our panelists. We have our Secretary Sports here, our DG Sai, the entire team here. We are very eager to partner with all the organizations, those who are not part of this panel discussion also. There are many organizations who are also taking great initiative to promote fitness in their respective domain. Tomorrow, since we are celebrating our 73rd Independence Day, it's a good time to make ourselves run in the name of freedom. So Fit India Freedom Run, it's a wonderful theme, and it's very catchy, and we can really take this forward to every segment of the society. For example, what the DG, BSF and ITBP said, running all along our international borders, especially the Indo-China and Indo-Pakistan and Indo-Bangladesh. So holding flags and running or walking in the early morning, this is something, it boosts your, patriotism. It makes you feel more for your nation. These are some of the thoughts which gives, tremendous strength in the way you perform and you think as a citizen of India. The BSF DG, because I have closely worked with our officers in the Home Ministry days, I very well know what is the absolute beautiful culture in our forces. So CRPF being the largest central armed forces in the world, it will be a massive exercise if the entire CRPF, the BSF, the second largest, and ITBP, our Himveer, they'll be in the extreme high altitude. So this forces, the personnel, along with the family, friends, they can galvanize, influence the society wherever they are posted, where they are headquartered. So it will be a tremendous thing to see the uniformed people leading the Freedom Run. And then, of course, our CBSE has already been mentioned. It is such a huge organization, and already we have seen so much of activities in different schools across the country. And then we are going to see many more in the days to come. So HRD ministry is very important in terms of driving the Fit India movement. And then our chairman of the CISE has given a very beautiful tips and what they are thinking in their council. So these are going to add very important, values to the entire campaign. And the railways, I must compliment the railway ministry. There was one fitness machine installed in one railway station in the one of the Delhi, I think, railway station. My friend Railway Mantri Piyush Goyal ji tweeted it, and it was one of the most viewed video of that time. And then I told the minister that please, install many more such fitness that machine in the railway station where you do sit up, and if you perform say 20, 30 sit up, you get the railway platform ticket free of cost. So these are very innovative ways to engage and encourage the citizens. And then, of course, Vivek Singh Procam, I have been closely associated with all the wonderful marathon events being organized and all record-breaking marathon events. I'm very delighted that he is part of today's this panel discussion, and look forward to join in some of his events where all celebrities, former athletes, present athletes, old, young, boys, girls, man, women, everybody takes part. It's like a celebration. It's like a festival. So it's always been great to take part in such a marathon event. And Vishal Gondal from Gucci, of course, Gucci is a well-known organization in terms of promoting sports, fitness in the country. They are the leading light in this particular field. And of course, I must tell you that in the ministry, our two youth organizations, the NYKS and NSS, they are the largest youth organization in the world. We have the largest human capital. NYKS has close to 35 lakhs volunteers, and NSS has 40 lakhs volunteers. So we have decided to increase the number of volunteers to above 1 crore within next few months. So this is a mission Honorable Prime Minister desires, that more youth should come and join the art of and the work of volunteerism. And volunteerism is something which we require in India, and especially in this pandemic time, we will need more volunteers to take an active role in fighting the pandemic and assisting the citizens, especially the vulnerable section of the society. And then, of course, our own sports body in the SAI. Tomorrow, my only suggestion is all the Sports Authority of India training centers. Of course, most of the training centers are closed now, but most of the trainees are in their respective places. So the messages must be sent, and they must reach each athlete, and they must be able to promote all our elite athletes, the Olympians, the medalists, the champions. They will all take part, and then there should be event everywhere. And our director Ekta has already explained how this virtual run, how to conduct it, how to register. So we will need to update once again how to register, how to make ourselves, very conveniently part of this virtual run, Fit India Freedom Run. So there are certain things, because of the COVID thing, we have to follow the social norms, certain guidelines being issued by the Ministry of Health and Ministry of Home Affairs. And we are working together. We have these SOPs being planned out. So we will also need to send across messages to all the state governments and their different units. And my request is, tomorrow from the early morning, this Fit India Freedom Run, it must start trending. We have to create a record. We have to, I'm not competing with the Ministry of Textiles for that, that vocal for the handmade, which had a total click of 2 billion. I think it was a record. So we must be, because this fitness thing, Fit India is something which everybody can relate to. So we should be able to make trend from the early morning. We should create the trend from today itself. By this evening, this Fit India Freedom Run, then Fit India Movement, these two hashtags. Along with that, we can create some more hashtags. So, which are convenient. Then our Fit India Mission Office will coordinate. And then those who are not part of this discussion, they can also be informed in the Ministry of Defense. The NCC DG will have to be informed through NCC, the Scouts and Guides. All important functionaries must ensure that this Fit India Freedom Run must break all the records, because we are going to make India a fit nation. If this freedom run cannot trend, then how can we make our country fit? So it's a challenge. It's a challenge not for me alone, for the ministry or the government. It's a challenge for every citizen. And when Honorable Prime Minister said that Fit India movement has to be people's movement, so every individual has a responsibility to take part and lead this particular campaign. So I'm very excited. There are so many things to share, but I think this is enough for the day, because we have to start working. And my request to all the esteemed panelists, that you are institution in yourself, so you create your institution more robust with regards to taking forward the Fit India movement. And the Honorable Prime Minister desires that by the time when we celebrate 1 year of Fit India movement, which was launched on 29 August. So this 29 August, which is also the National Sports Day, when we award this Arjuna, Dronacharya, and all these awards are given on that day. So when it turns 1 year anniversary, we must ensure that it is truly a people's movement. And great to listen to the important points given by our panelists. I'm extremely grateful for joining all and making your important points in this particular session. And our team, we are looking forward to work together. In the future, our Fit India Mission Office here in the side is active, and we will be constantly in touch with all the important organizations. So if every organization, some officer, a particular officer is designated to coordinate, it will become more smoother. So we will inform all other ministries also to appoint one contact person, one coordinator in each ministry or organization to coordinate this entire thing. And then from tomorrow, we will start counting how much, it has created impact, how many people have participated, how many events are organized, how many people have tweeted, posted in social media and all. So overall, we will understand the mood and the total participation. As the day comes, we will understand how and in what manner we need to improvise. So I'm very happy that we are ready. And thank you so much once again for joining. And Manish, thank you for talking to everyone and getting their minds in very brief. And I'm very happy that we are all excited and looking forward for tomorrow's 73rd Independence Day celebration. And my greetings to all of you in advance. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kiran ji. ऐसा लग रहा है आपको सुन के कि India is ready to run, and this moment is going to be a runaway success in the times to come, in the years to come. और आपको और आपके panelists को सुनने के बाद ऐसा लग रहा है that the country is even more excited to see this big idea come to life starting tomorrow on our Independence Day, all through to the 2nd of October 2020, to help us all get freedom from obesity, laziness, stress, anxiety, diseases, etc. And so, fellow Indians, come along, be a part of it from wherever you are. Just run or even walk anywhere, anytime. You can even compete with each other via the Fit India website. That's where you'll find out all possible information that you need about it, about how to participate within it virtually. Also, when you're out on your run or your walk, make sure you record a fun video or a happy selfie and post it on social media with hashtag Fit India Freedom Run, hashtag Fit India Movement, hashtag Run for India, and make sure you tag Mr. Kiran Rijiju on it, because believe me, he reads every message that he gets on Twitter and on Instagram. It's your chance to be a part of this huge people-driven movement. A huge thank you finally to our panelists led by Mr. Rijiju. Thanks so much for joining us in this one-of-a-kind moment and sharing your insightful views on it. Just about 11 hours to go now for our Independence Day as a start. And so in advance, here's wishing the 1.3 billion people of our great nation a very, very happy Independence Day. Thank you all for joining us. Stay safe, get fitter. Let's run to add life to our days. Let's run for India. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you very much.